What? It's Gunflowers, and welcome back to Hertha Hero with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. Still in the beta, almost at the stage where we're going to be in the full game release, and I cannot wait. In today's episode, we're going to be taking on Quarterbag in the Europa League, because Europa League is fun, and we do want to win it. Form has been less than ideal, but we have made a tactical switch, and things seem to be going better so far. I think we've played the new tactic for 2 games now. We've actually been playing some football. It's pretty good. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because YouTube likes interaction. And if you comment, you make YouTube happy. And that's what we want. So, find out how we get on against Quarterback. So one thing I did actually forget to show in the last episode was our dynamics and how things are getting on. So team cohesion, even though we did bring quite a number of players in this season, and to be fair, some of those players did leave rather swiftly. Nelson Vivas, looking at you, Mr. Venezuelan. I think he actually played for the Venezuelan national team, so he got his move. It all worked out quite well for him, I suppose. Club atmosphere is very good, and the managerial support is actually pretty decent. So I'm pretty happy. 9 players like us, 20 couldn't really care less, and nobody hates us, which is fantastic. I did give Dilrosun an opportunity to play, and he got injured. So Dilrosun, player I like, doesn't like me in this save. It's not really working out for him so far. So sucks to suck. But we are, as you can imagine, having a bit of a. It's been okay. Not really. I think I forgot to mention in the last episode we beat Cologne 3-0, but we did lose to Hamburg in the Pokal second round, which it's not ideal. That's not ideal. I did think that potentially something was wrong in this game, but I kind of went, it's fine. It's just Hamburg. We played a somewhat changed side, but Lorenzo Luca and Melida scored for us. Fortunately, we just conceded 2 rather silly goals and missed one of the penalties, so that screwed us over. Then we played Augsburg, and we just could not play. We were shocking against them. We were so bad. We pulled it back to 1-1, and unfortunately, our defence just really didn't want to be there on the day. We stayed true to the tactic that we played for pretty much the entirety of last season, and actually played quite well. Beat Besiktas in our first Europa League game, and it was fine. It was okay. It went on a very interesting game. I'm really glad I didn't share that one, because it was quite boring. But then we went and got beaten by Borussia Mönchengladbach, and I think it was like 2, maybe 3 highlights. As you can see, Alte played exceptionally well. Everyone else was terrible. So we changed the tactic, and against AZ, did pretty well. 5-2. Martin Darde scored in the first minute. Then absolutely nothing happened for pretty much the remainder of the first half, until AZ equalised. Then Lorenzo Luca popped one in the back of the net, and then in the second half, we just kind of kicked into gear and finally decided to start playing football, which definitely helped. Which that's quite nice. Then against Eintracht Frankfurt, Gareth Bale just did all the football. Tuta gave away a penalty just before halftime, and then decided to concede, or to put the ball in the back of his own net to make it 5. It was a very, very nice game. Gareth Bale was exceptional. As you can see, Dilrosun started the game, picked up an injury. That wasn't ideal for him. Not going to complain. So Bundesliga wise, we are sitting 6th. That run of poor form at the start of the month has really upset everything for us. As you can see, Hoffenheim slowly but surely playing football games. Gareth Bale is actually the top scorer in the league. I might have to give Gareth Bale a new contract. He's been exceptional. His attributes are declining. Like, physically, he is falling apart. But he's playing fine. I'm not going to complain. He's doing okay. That is all I can ask. But in the Europa League, we're comfortably atop the group. Besiktas in second and AZ and Quarterback both have a singular point because they drew with each other. Club vision wise, things could be better. They're delighted that we're using the club's youth system. Very disappointed that we didn't sign high reputation players. I would argue Gareth Bale is quite a high reputation player, and they're failed the Pokal. The fact that we didn't quite reach the semi-final. Almost won it last year. Knocked out in the second round this year. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Finance wise, 54.5 million. It's not terrible. Instead of 19 million transfer budget, I think for January we're going to probably look to shift players on rather than bring players in. They want me to play Melida instead of Salcedo. I'm giving Salcedo an opportunity because he hasn't had any real opportunities since he's arrived. But this is what we're doing now. We've decided to say fuck it. We're going to play the 4-2-3-1, which I haven't really done much. To be fair, actually, the Hungry for Success series, we never really. I think played like a handful of games in 13 seasons. That wasn't 4-2-4. But the one issue we don't really have an attack midfielder, so that does hold us back a touch. But Eklenkamp, as you can see, his form has been pretty good, so I'm not going to complain. So we've got Alte starting in goal, Baku and Plattenhard as our wing-backs, Stark and Darde as our centre-backs with Suat Sadar and Arne Meyer in central midfield. I'm continuing with Arne Meyer. He has been terrible recently. Last game, pretty good to be fair. Played him as a Mazzella, an advanced playmaker, depending on who was alongside him. Played pretty well. Gareth Bale is playing on the right. Salcedo is going to play on the left. Eklenkamp behind Luca. We're just going to put these lads out and see how they get on. Only change is Salcedo in for Del Rossen because Del Rossen picked up that injury. I might look to get him back into the team. The reason I wasn't playing him in the first place was because we didn't have anywhere to actually play him, because I wasn't intending on using wingers, hence why I signed so many centre backs and strikers. And now we're in a situation where I have no wingers, but that's the formation we're using. So we've done like a reverse Man United, where we decided, like Man United, like, oh, we're going to play with wingers, and then played against Spurs and didn't play with wingers and did an awful lot better. But we're doing the opposite. But it's fine. Hopefully Shvalov does leave, because Alte seems to have settled into the team now. He was a little bit trash at the start. Lorenzo Luca absolutely skies his first attempt. We're going to go to extended highlights just so we can, unless we start smashing the ball in the back of the net, and then I'll probably stop extended highlights, because we haven't been playing on key highlights because they keep forgetting to change it. Again, Luca puts that one over. We do have Arezzo and Piatek on the bench. Salcedo and Bale can both play up front. So I'm sticking with Luca for the time being. If needs be, I will change it. I'm not afraid to make tactical changes when they are needed. But I think defensively we should be fine in this game. It's just a case of whether we can put the ball in the back of the net enough times for me to feel comfortable. Luca's getting closer. He's getting closer. I believe he's going to be able to put the ball in the back of the net at some point. We're going to demand more. Gareth Bale is pressured. I swear to God, if Quarterback score here. No, Alte plucks the ball out of the air. He had an exceptional game against Besiktas. I suppose it is only fair. He did come from a rival team in Turkey. One thing I did notice as well is Luca finally puts the ball in the back of the net. His 11th of the season. Most of his goals have come in the cup, though, to be fair. Like, 4 of them came in the first round of the Pokal. I don't know, did the keeper get a touch on that one and push it onto the crossbar? Or to the post, but it hit the post. Gareth Bale absolutely smashes that in. Gareth Bale is, I feel like he's a cheat code. This is a bit like when I had Theo Walcott playing for Dorog in the Hungarian top division. Like, Theo Walcott was so much better than everyone else in the league. It was kind of like cheating. but this result guarantees that we go through to or guaranteed into the next round. I'm not going to complain. This is fine. To be fair, swapping to extended highlights hasn't really made much of a difference. We're still getting a lot of highlights, but every one of them seems to have a purpose, which is something I've noticed with FM of late. If you play on like extended highlights, like FM21 especially, if you play like extended highlights, sometimes you get like weird highlights that didn't really do anything. We don't seem to have that issue at the moment. And none of our players are playing badly. Arne Meyer, to be fair, not having the best of games. So we're going to pop him as a Mazzella, just pop him onto attack. Don't really have to worry too much, I don't think, about this quarterback side. I have managed in Azerbaijan myself previously. So like this highlight, what's the point? What was the point of that kickoff highlight? But I've managed in Azerbaijan in a previous series. It was on stream actually. That was terrible by Stark. Hopefully we get away with it. So far it looks like we're going to. But I managed a team called Sabayal Baku, who not really the best team in the world. We were like nailed on 5th pretty much. Gareth Bale was never going to get there. Gareth Bale, like I said, physically not amazing. He's quite slow. Oh, but Martin Darda puts the ball into the back of the net. We have it set so that it just swings it into the near post, and we just have like 3 players surrounding that area, but we also have 3 players at the back post. You know, just so we can mix it up a little bit, see how we get on. But yeah, I'm surprised Quarterback made it to the group stage, but you know, well done, congratulations, lads. They were the dominant force when I was managing in Azerbaijan, and they're always the dominant force. There's very few teams that can do anything. It's a bit like Celtic and Rangers, except it's just one team. So it's fine. Alte's taking an awful lot of chances. He was doing the same. To be fair, it was in the first round of the Pokal. He was like at the halfway line a lot of the time. Plattenhard finds Gareth Bale at the back post. I'm telling you, Gareth Bale can't be as physically fantastic as he's not as physical as he used to be, or could be, but he is 33. So we're not going to complain too much. He's still doing the business. It would just be nice if he did more. I was thinking about playing him as a roam dider, but a lot of his attributes don't really work as a roam dider. Like his positioning is not great, and his concentration is not great. Really, he's just physical, or he's got technical ability. That is enough, I would say. That's enough. It's enough. You know, you don't need to worry about it. If you have a player that's good technically, don't necessarily need him to be the best physically. For some reason, Martin Darday decided to run half the length of the pitch, lose the ball, and thankfully Alte is alive to the situation. We're going to take off Arne Meyer, bring on Tussart. We'll pop him to be a ball-winning midfielder. Who else? Salcedo's not having the best of games. I'm going to leave him on, but I'm going to make him an inside forward on attack, just see if he can get a bit more, you know, in this area. I'm going to take off Stark as well because he's booked. We're going to bring on Gekter, just before a corner. You know, that's the best time to make substitutions, obviously. You know, it's taking off 2 players who tall. It's not exceptionally tall, but Tussart straight in, just literally off the bench onto the pitch, hacks a player down, doesn't get booked. It's fine. Just, you know, put his hands up. It's like, oh, I didn't mean to. They've cannoned that off the wall. I thought they were after taking off Leon after just bringing him on, but we have we've been comfortable. Saying that now, and the fact I've just praised them, it's not gone through yet, but I was going to say, they're going to score. It's like FM101. You praise your players, they concede, obviously. We're going to bring a Rezo on just so he can have a bit of a run around because he's not had a huge amount of football recently. Piatek is still recovering from, he's still on the road back from an injury he had. So we're just going to see how we get on. We've been quite lucky that quarterback. I was waiting for them to put the ball in the back of the net, so I'd eat my words. But we've been quite lucky that they haven't been as clinical in front of goal. They've been quite wasteful, and it's definitely been to our advantage. They've had a lot more opportunities than I would care to say. But they're getting in really good positions. If they just had a guy who could actually score a goal, I think they'd potentially be more of a threat. But we seem to be. We're doing fine. They've had 11 shots. Feels like they've had a lot more. But yeah, it is comfortable. Plattenhard again. Plattenhard just seems to be exceptional. I've never seen Plattenhard play this well, this consistently. Like at the start of last season, I did consider setting him because I was like, he's inconsistent. He was consistently inconsistent. And then when Jastrzemski started playing really well, he turned around and was like, actually, I'm a pretty good footballer. Don't sell me or drop me. And he's stayed in the team since. Although I do think with his age, he's potentially on the way out. That being said, I was trying to play Gareth Bale in the position that he was holding. And Arezzo just puts that one over. And we're coming up on the end. One of their centre backs is playing a 5.9. That's unfortunate. We're playing Gareth Bale as an inverted winger as well. So the fact that he's scoring this many goals is interesting because you'd expect Salcedo playing as an inside forward to be sitting in there a bit more. And Arezzo almost gets the ball past the keeper. But we've come away. I was just about to say we've come away with a 4-0 victory, but we have to wait and see what happens from this highlight. Could be 5. We did go attacking the entire game. But yeah, that's the end of the game. We've won 4-0. Again, pointless highlight just because it's on extended highlights. I'm not going to complain. An 8 from Bale. Luca played an 8.1. Martin Darday get himself a cheeky little goal. Plattenhard 9.7. The man is exceptional. The result in the other game must have gone against us for qualifying. No, we still qualified, right? No, because it's 9 points. Okay, so we're not guaranteed it yet, but we're as good as, because AZ and Besiktas drawing. That's fine. Oh, we requested a couple of things. Asked for a new contract. They said nope, which not ideal, but it's fine. Plattenhard, exceptional. Let me praise you. Passing was exceptional. 10 key passes. You cannot say that man is not amazing. Martin Darday is going to miss the next match against Qarabag in the Olympic Stadium in Azerbaijan because he picked up a booking. But it's fine because we have so many centre backs. Because I had originally planned on having 3 of them playing constantly. We now have 2 on the bench. We have 2 starting, 2 on the bench, and then 1, 2, 3 that don't even make the match day squad. And we had 3 strikers originally. We're playing 1, 2, or we're starting 2 of them, 2 on the bench, and then we have 2 not even making it into the first team. I did give Højlund his debut. Can't really say if he was good or not because I only gave him like 10 minutes. So, or maybe 15, 20 minutes. He has a 6.9, so yeah, it's fine. Whatever. So, the next episode, I think we'll come back. We have to play Borussia Dortmund. The group, unless something goes horrendously wrong, we're guaranteed to go through. So, it'll just be a case of taking on Borussia Dortmund before we go and do the World Cup episode. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you're getting on in your saves, because I'm interested. I do like to hear about how people are doing in their universe. Is there any crazy things that have happened? Like with St. Johnstone winning the Scottish League? Have you had any strange teams win that you've noticed? And I'll see you in the next one.